Hello once again, Damon from the Drawing Board TCG here for a tutorial video. I got my friend Gabe. How's it going?
Hey, what's up, dude?
Not much, man. So, I'm here to teach you how to play the Drawing Board TCG. Are you ready?
I'm ready, but I'm new to all of this, so excuse me if I have some questions and stuff.
For sure, man. So, I guess since I go first, since that's how the game wanted me to go. So the first player that goes first draws 4 cards, and the second player draws 5 cards.
Okay, does it keep increasing, or
What do you mean?
for the turn after that? Like,
Oh yeah, after that you draw 1 for
okay, I
everything.
see.
So you see that every single card has a number on the top right with the black circle on it.
Mm-hmm.
That is your mana, and is also, when it's on the board, is also your attack and defense.
Oh, really? So it's like a one-trick type deal here.
That's why I wanted in the game. I wanted it to be super simple. So that number is literally everything. So, and in this game has Hearthstone rules, where it's like every turn you start with 1 mana, and then the second turn you start with 2 mana. And in my game, we start off with 0 points, because instead of killing your opponent, you're just trying to gain points. So bring down your 20 all the way down to 0. Wait, I can't do that? Never mind, I can't do that. That is stupid. Never mind. So we're gonna do reverse. Okay, so back to the mana. On turn 1, you start with 1 mana. On turn 2, you start with 2 mana. On turn 3, you have 2 mana, because in my game, your cap out mana is 2.
Hmm. Oh, I see. All my cards have 0 or 2. But I see a card with 3. What does that mean?
Good question. Once I'm gonna just do a test here, or an example. I'm gonna bring up my points to 2. Right here. This is my AP. This is what I call mana in my game, is AP, because it stands for action point. I have 2. If you have a 3, you would subtract the 2 and then minus 1 point from your point goal to play that 3 cost.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, do you understand that?
Do I want to get your point goal 220, or do I want to get my point goal 220?
Yeah.
Like when you attack me, when you attack me, does that make my points go up?
The only way you gain points is if you would attack one of my creatures and kill them. Then you gain 1 point, and then whoever
You don't attack the actual person or hero or planeswalker or whatever.
Nope, you're only attacking the other person's creatures. And with the 3 APs, you only can play a 3 AP if you have a point to spare. So if you're at 0, or in this case 20, you can't play a 3.
No, but I could once I have 1.
1 point, yes.
Sorry, what do you specifically call your mana? What do you call that? Action points?
Yeah, action points, or AP for short.
And then what do you call the other one? Like your health or whatever? Or
point goal.
Your goal. Point goal. Okay.
Yep.
Point goal and action points. Cool. Sounds good, dude. Your turn to attack?
Because in my game, there's phases. There's a draw phase, a play phase, a battle phase, and then your end phase.
So we both kind of simultaneously go at the same, like?
No, it'll be my turn first, since I go first, and then then your turn. I will just start playing, and since that would probably make more sense. But since I go first, I do not draw a first card, and I have 1 point, or 1 AP, because it's the first turn. So I'm going to play this Hermit Cat, and its ability is Hermit, which means it's the only card that you can play this turn. And then I add plus 1 point to the point goal, because that's the ability, is Hermit, add 1 point to your point goal. And the reason why Hermit is such a big deal is because you only can play 2 creatures in 1 turn, in a single turn. And it's like Hearthstone rules, where like if you have 2, you only can play 1 2 or a 0, a 1 1 or 2 zeros, and that's about it, I think.
Okay, that makes sense.
You get it?
So you were at up to 1 action point, so you could only summon that. And it says you cannot win the game with this ability.
Yes.
So you cannot, if you were at 1, or in the case of the actual card game, if you were at 19,
Yes.
you couldn't use the card to get to a win.
Yes. And another thing, we'll probably get to it, reiterate when we get to it, but a poem page is a page. It's a kind of worn out page. It's brown, but that is the only time that you can play a 3rd card in a single turn. But otherwise than that, it's always going to be up to 2 pages in a single turn. Cool.
And these are all pages of a sketchbook, basically.
Yes, of your sketchbook, yes. That's what I call a deck. And I'm going to end my turn with this fast forward button next to our artist cards. And also, I totally remember that each artist card has a special ability. Your special ability is whenever 4 casted specific pages go into the garbage, draw 1 page from your sketchbook, and you cannot have a recycle bin. We'll get into that later, what a recycle bin is. But
And what a garbage is too.
Excuse me?
Garbages they're done with, right? And then
Yes.
recycle bin is a little different.
Yeah,
Okay.
recycle bin is basically a sideboard that you build up during the game.
Okay, so whenever 4 of my pages go into the garbage, then I get to draw 1 from the sketchbook.
Yep.
Okay, and I'll just have to kind of memorize that or keep track of that too.
Yeah, when you start building a discard pile, you can just click on it and then you can see what's in it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but
okay, so I'm gonna.
what makes a casted specific page is the blue name. If it's a black name, it doesn't count toward this ability.
Oh, okay. I see Slaposaurus Rex. I guess I'm slightly revealing my hand, but
Yeah, it's fine. This is a
Slaposaurus
test
Rex,
game, dude.
yeah, doesn't have a blue writing, so it's not artist
Yes.
specific artist card.
Yes. And then my ability for Paragon is during your play phase, like the phase I just did, during your play phase, you can choose to play 1 page only to give that page +1 attack, no more than 3 during your opponent's turn. I can't use the same ability consecutively. So since I played only 1 card in this turn, I'm going to give it +1 attack with an add +1 counter. So during your turn, this Hermit Cat has 2 attack.
So if a 2 attacks a 2, then they both die.
Yes.
If a 1 attacks a 2, then that would not be a good move anyway.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And also, don't forget. So I'm gonna go through your phases right now. You have a draw phase, so you go to your deck and then draw 1 card.
Draw a card.
And
Okay.
then you have a play phase. Since it's turn 1, you have 1 AP.
Okay, let me just search through my cards here quickly and try to find something that would be decent. What is this word gain? All other Zom pages gain what while Zombrain is on the board?
Guard.
Guard. What would guard do?
It's like taunt in Hearthstone.
Oh, cool. Ooh, here's a question.
Yes.
If I use Hungry Harry to erase one opponent's creature page with 1 attack from the board, since you have 2 attack right now, would that not count?
That is correct.
I'm always wary about cards that like damage yourself or take health from yourself. Like
Yeah.
I'm always wary to use them, but I see people using them and they do really well.
Well, yeah, because are you talking about Slaposaurus?
Yeah.
Because in this game, like I said, the only way you get points is by killing your opponent's creatures. And if you have I also forgot to say this. You have 4 page slots on your board that you must fill. If you have 1 open spot, you have to play a card no matter what.
But I can't. I can't do 4 page slots right now.
Yeah, I know. Over the time, because
Okay.
you only can play 2 cards a turn. But your max creatures or max pages you can have on the board is 4.
So if it says spirit, Do I have to use?
It's like Battle Cry in Hearthstone. The spirit is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to add to my point goal. Ordinarily, that'd be taken away from it, so that I can bring up my action points. Summon Slaposaurus Rex. See how I can. How do you spell him? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, you can't do that because only card that can you can play out for points is a 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
good deal.
Yeah,
Bring that back down.
Otherwise, your 2s would be fucking insane on turn 1.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I don't know if it's. It might be stupid. I don't know if I should really do anything right now. Then,
Yeah,
to
but
be honest.
like I said, if you have an open page slot, you have to play a page.
Oh, I do. Okay.
Yes, because otherwise because the whole point is to kill your opponent's creatures, and if they don't play anything, then you can't. The game doesn't work.
And you can't really do anything with the artist cards, except.
Yeah, they're just there for an ability. Also, when you summon a creature, they have summoning sickness, where they can't attack on the first turn unless the ability Storm is on their text.
So Storm is kind of like charge or rush.
Yep. Storm is like charge.
Cool. I'm gonna summon. I guess your opponent reveals their hand to you. So Zombie.
Okay.
And then you just reveal your whole hand.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I just got an idea of, I guess. I mean, I don't really know your cards too well yet, so I have a basic idea of what's going on with your cards. What's next for me now?
Yeah, there's a theme. There's a theme for each deck.
I see. So you have Guarding Light, and I have Darkness Within. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. And then since you can't attack, you go to your thing next to your character with the end turn.
Yep, I see it. Cool.
And then since it's not your turn anymore, I'm down to my original attack of 1. I'm going to do my draw phase of drawing 1 card. And this is a great opportunity to let you know what 2 abilities are. So this card is Precisely Placed Bricks. It has 2 abilities. It's a 1 AP. Noble means it cannot attack, and Guard is like Taunt.
So it's just like a defensive, obviously. Yeah, Precisely Placed Bricks. Cool. Got it.
And I'm going to play Shelled Savior because it's turn 2, so I have 2 mana to 2 action points. I keep calling it mana like all the time. So I use 2 of my action points. I go back down to 0, and I'm going to I'm going to attack my Hermit Cat into your Zombie. So,
okay.
And then they both have 1 attack, so they both die into the garbage. And since I killed your creature, your page, I gain +1 point.
Cool. Okay, my turn. So draw a card.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Now I have 2. Oops. 2.
Yep.
Okay.
And now on this turn, you can play 2 1s, you can play 2 0s, you can play a 2 and a 0.
Let's see. Or 3.
Or 3 if you had a point, yeah. And actually, I just reminded myself that Shelled Savior, at the end of each turn, both players draws pages from their sketchbook until they have 3. So that means I draw 1 card because I have 2 pages in my hand.
Okay.
Totally forgot about that. There we go.
I'm just so your cards, your game is so much different than Hearthstone and Magic. I'm just like scratching my head trying to figure everything out.
Awesome, because it's super inspired by Hearthstone, but it is completely different.
Is the brick wall, the Precisely Placed Bricks, is that a creature?
So yeah, that's a good question. There's 3 different card types. Oh, there's 4 different card types. One is an artist page, which is the one on the board. A creature page is any of the ones that are on the board right now. But there's a sculpture page which has a gray border, and that a sculpture page cannot attack or be attacked. It's just on the board filling up a spot, and it has an ability. And there's Poem, which is like a spell card.
Got it. So I start by summoning Hungry Harry. It says Hermit.
Yep.
So what is Hermit?
That's the only page you can play this turn.
Oh, damn. I was going to summon one other one, but I guess I'll just do that then. And I choose to attack precisely placed bricks, I guess, because I can't, with guard, I can't really attack Shelled Savior, can I?
Nope. So, yeah.
Okay.
So with your ability of Hermit, erase one opponent's creature page with one attack from the board, you erase precisely placed bricks. It is killed. And
Sweet.
Cool. And you can't attack, so your turn is over.
Sounds good. And turn. I like Hungry Harry, dude.
Dude, it's so good. So I'm going to play Barking Knight with my 1 AP. Boom. And I'm going to use his ability of... What?
I gain an action point for doing that, right? Or two action.
Yeah, you only gain point by attacking, and since that was an ability, you do not gain a point.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
Okay.
That's why Hungry Harry is good, but also it's just for board presence, so you can like come back. You know, if you're.
I can attack with him later, though, right?
Yep. Next turn, you could totally attack with him.
Okay, go on with Barking Knight.
Yep, Barking Knight. I'm going to play him by himself to gain +1 attack permanently. So it is now a 2 attack monster, and then his ability is when this page attacks another creature page with the same attack value, this page does not get erased. So on the next turn, if I attack my Barking Knight into your Hungry Harry, instead of them both dying, mine will stay alive.
Well, that's a pretty good card then.
It is pretty good.
Especially since, like, 2 is pretty much a maxed out card in most cases. So.
Yeah, like in my game, I learned early on that 2 is, since I only have 4 mana, basically, 2 is like an 8 mana in Hearthstone. And since it is going to be my battle phase, I won't attack and go to my end phase and go to your turn.
Cool, and then I draw a card. I have 2 action points.
Yep.
I suppose at this point, seem to have a Zom Pit. I don't really like the fact that I have to put 2 pages in my garbage, but I'm going to use that.
Cool. The reason why that ability is a thing is because the boss monster, King Zom, gains every point for each Zom in your garbage when you play it.
Oh, really? Okay, so I summon Zom Pit.
Okay.
So then I have to put 2 Zom cards into the garbage directory. Zom. I'm not going to tell you anything.
Actually, I know everything that's in your deck. The ones you want to go for in this part of the game are your Zom Eyes, because your Zom Skull get boosted up by each Zombie in the garbage. And since you already have 1 out,
that
dead. So
that makes sense.
Yep.
So I'll put both of my Zom Eyes in the garbage.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay, and then
You're onto your battle phase.
I can summon actually a 0 card too.
Yep, you
as
can.
well.
Yes, you can. My bad.
And then I'm going to summon this Zom Brain.
Oh, damn, the combos!
And that gives everything guard, I think, right?
It gives the Zom Pit guard, because it's a Zom.
Oh, okay.
It's still good, though.
And then it looks like I have my attack phase.
Yep.
And I can attack with Hungry Harry.
Yep.
And, I mean, I don't really like your Barking Knight, dude. I'm just going to go ahead and cancel them both out, right?
Alright, and then you gain 1 point.
Sounds good.
So my Barking Knight dies.
I don't gain 2 since you had 2?
No, it's 1 point for each page.
Oh, 1 point for each page, no matter what.
Yep, no matter what.
We should write the owners of this website and say, hey, our card game is different. Let us start at 0 and go to 20, please.
Yeah, I know, right? It'd be so good.
Right,
but if you want, you could end your turn, please. Yeah, that's right on. Cool. So my draw phase. But I think you're kind of getting it, right?
Yeah, I got it down a little bit.
It's really super simple. There's a lot of shit, but it's pretty simple. And you know what? This really sucks because you got me in a really bad situation here. So only play I can do is play Bookworm, and then his ability is once per game, which I'm going to use it right now. Your opponent draws one page and reveals it. Add points to your point goal equal to that page's AP.
Okay. So I can just draw any from my, or do I have to draw the first one?
Draw the top.
Reveal. Cool. There we go. Revealed it. Sorry, I thought reveal meant summon it.
Yep, and also this is what I was talking about. This is a poem page. So on your next turn, you can play 3 cards if you want.
How it's kind of tattered. Oh, so I can play the poem. It doesn't really count as a card. Okay.
Yep. But if you play it as your third and you use up your 2 AP, then it's just like playing a 3 where you're minus the AP from your point goal.
Oh, I can. So you can minus from your point goal a poem or a 3.
Yep. Or
okay.
Yeah, poem or a 3. Yep. Right on. That's really good to know, actually. But I gain +1 point. So I'm at 17 for that. And I'm still in my play phase, so I'm going to play Kanga Knight, which reads, during your battle phase, adjacent friendly creature pages have +1 attack. And I'm going to my battle phase, I'm going to gain +1 attack with my Shelled Savior and attack your Zomb Pit. So a 2 versus 2, they both die. I gain 1 point.
In the case that it didn't die, you'd bring it back down to the normal level.
Yes. And also check your garbage and see how many Cassis specific cards you have, because if you have 4, then you draw an extra card.
Whenever 4 Cassis specific pages go into the garbage, draw 1 page from your sketchbook.
Yep, because that's an ability that just happens.
So what if this turn I have 4 in my garbage, and then the next turn I still have the same 4 in my garbage? Would I still get to draw a card for that?
Oh no, the counter would reset.
Okay, so let me look at my discard. 1, 3, 4. Yeah, I have 4.
Cool. So you draw an extra card for your draw phase. And also, I also forgot to say, your max hand size is 8.
I'm at 7.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I can summon 2. I'm going to summon 2 Zom Skulls.
I believe that has a Hermit ability. Yes, it does.
Ooh.
So you only can play 1, but also I think you have 3 in there, so it's a 3 attack.
Yeah, so it says this page has +1 attack for each Zom Eye in your garbage. When I check my garbage, 3 Zom Eyes, you're correct. So I would add 3 to that. So now it has, instead of 0, it has 3 attack.
Yep.
And it also has guard on it.
Yep.
It has summoning sickness, so I guess I have to end my turn now.
Yep. Really good turn, dude.
I'm happy about it.
Mm.
How do you make the art for all these cards? What do you use?
I use Adobe Draw on my iPad, and then I use Pixlr on browser to make everything else. The only play I got is a terrible one. This one.
Can you do something to play it safe?
No.
Okay, you got King Muffin. Go ahead and read it if you like, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. King Muffin, during your battle phase, if your opponent has 2 creatures on the board with 3 attack, they now have 1 attack. And you have 1 with 3 attack, so that ability does not work. And I go to my battle phase, and Bookworm has 2 attack. Oh, yeah, +1 attack. So it is at 2. And I'm going to attack Bookworm into your Zom Skull, have it die.
2. But, it's so even though the number's at 3, the 0 still is the number that you're attacking?
No, I mean, I'm just doing it so, because every single creature on my board is a potential point for you. So it's I'm just erasing my card because it has 2 attack, so it would die to your 3. So when it's your turn, you don't get a free point.
So that's kind of like a strategy you wouldn't really think of with other card games, trying to get rid of your cards.
Yeah.
As far as I know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why Slaposaurus Rex is so good, because you have to play a page no matter what if you have a thing. So if you play like a 1 and then attack with your Slaposaurus Rex, then then that 1 would die to negate points for your opponent.
So it basically just destroys all adjacent cards. So you could place it next. I wouldn't have to place it in the middle. I could place it on the edges, right?
Yeah, you could play it next to your Zomskull.
Okay. Would that also erase the Zombrain when it is used?
Nope, it has 3 attacks, so it's totally good. But I just end my turn because I can't attack with Kanganite since it has 0 attack. And it is your turn.
Alright, so I draw.
Yep, draw phase. Bang.
2 action points. Let's see what this card is here. What's trashed?
It's like Death Rattle and Hearthstone.
Okay.
But also, trashed isn't just for the battlefield. Like if I erased it from your hand, then the trash ability would happen as well. It's whenever it goes into the garbage that effect happens.
Okay, and negate all Spirit, Hermit, Storm effects from the new base. So it's kind of it silences the new card or page, and then but you get to put it into play if it's Death Rattle or Trashed is activated.
Yep.
Slaposaurus Rex and put it next to Zomskull so that he won't get destroyed.
Yeah.
Well, I'm liking this right now, but I can't say I like it. I don't know. If you ever come back to the hometown, dude, you'll have to bring your cards and we can play together if you want to.
Dude, for sure, man. Physically, like this game fit in physical form is way better because like also you don't have to click on everything. You just do it.
Do you like tap them too, like turn them sideways or whatever?
No. It's like Hearthstone where like there's no tap. You just pick it up and just go attack.
Cool. I see. Okay. And then I'm also going to summon Rotting Lamb. Put him right next to my Zombrain, not on the other side, because otherwise he'd get destroyed, right?
Yeah, but if it dies, then you get a free card. So I would put it next to the 2.
That's smart. Okay. So put him right there. And then is my attack phase. Since I can't summon... Well, I could technically summon... Let's see here. No, I don't want to summon my poem yet. Which you already know. It's the Defenseless Electrocution. Mm-hmm. Okay. So attack phase, I can basically attack with Zomskull.
Yep.
It looks like... I suppose I'll go for King Muffin.
Alright. King Muffin is killed. You gain 1 point.
Alright, and then end turn.
Yep.
Cool.
Don't forget to give yourself a point, bro.
Shit.
Yeah. Sweet. I'm gonna draw my card. I'm gonna lose this game because I don't have my 2 cards that I need to destroy your board right now.
I don't think it's very good to start playing card games with Hearthstone because it does everything for you.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man, dude, I might just concede because I just can't win. but you get it though, right? Everything.
I do get it. I mean, for the sake of your video, what do you want to do with the video? Do you want to like continue just to see how it ends, or do you just want to concede and then you could edit the video so it turns out, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll probably just concede, and then I mean we could do it just for fun, see how it works. But like for the video, I think I got everything.